Crafted as a counterpunch to Mortal Kombat's exploding popularity during the 90s, Killer Instinct would prove another solid gold hit for Rare. But despite a sequel and ports to both Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64, the series would remain dormant for over 2 decades after a tepid response to Killer Instinct 2, despite a cult following. So, it was exciting to see Microsoft reviving the series in 2013. But excitement was perhaps tempered when it was revealed that not only would Rare have only minor involvement, but it would also be a free-to-play title with one rotating fighter each week, and more available with cold hard cash. But in the years since, and with 3 seasons of characters and later improvements, the Definitive Edition holds steady as one of the best fighters of the generation, and one of the standouts of the Xbox One lineup. Killer Instinct wouldn't rewrite the rulebook as to its beloved predecessors, but refines the formula to a mirror shine. A lot of elements carry over here, including double health meters, combo breakers to interrupt a chain, and a somewhat automated combo system which relies on specials to create an opening. Combo breakers are great for creating an opening, but also prove a risk, as predicting the wrong move type will leave you locked in for further punishment. Openers begin chains, auto-doublers and linkers to add extra offense to your combo, and enders crescendo the link with a damaging flourish. New to the fighting is shadow moves, strengthened special attacks, and the instinct meter, which rewards a unique, temporary buff after activation. It takes a while to wrap your head around it all, but nailing a chain of explosive moves never grows old. Luckily, for the uninitiated, a slew of assists and training help sand the rough edges. Dojo takes you through each aspect of combat. Training allows you to set up a dummy to practice with, and Combo Assist can be enabled to assist those having trouble chaining. Exploration of move lists allow you to highlight key attacks and inputs to show in the pause screen. For the flamboyant, Ultra combos conclude matches in serious style, Stage Ultras are available on certain levels, and ultimate finishers would be added to certain fighters, which fill the screen with destruction. For both the newcomer and the faithful, Killer Instinct's return is a hell of a lot of fun. Originally arriving with the console in 2013, Killer Instinct would see a trio of character additions, 3 updates to tighten the screws, and modes to accompany these. The roster stands at just shy of 30 fighters, running the gamut of both Killer Instinct installments, from Jago and Orchid to Kim Woo and Tusk from the sophomore effort. Each character feels like mastering a new craft, with a slew of specials and combos to master. Tusk proves a fine example, with his weaker kicks balanced with stiff sword shots and the former stunning foes to allow the latter. Guest characters are also present, including Rash and his outlandish anthropomorphic offense, and Arbiter, who can utilise his sticky grenades and plasma rifle. While anemic at first, the roster here has grown into one of the most varied, creative, and interesting the genre has seen.
You will no longer need this.
The modes, also quite thin on the ground initially, would see some serious additions. Survival lets you continuously test your skills, and online allows for both casual exhibition and ranked competition. 2 story modes would be added, covering the first 2 seasons' rosters. Rivals proves a notable upgrade, replacing simplistic still cutscenes with fully animated ones, though both reward multiple endings for performing certain fulfillments. Shadow Lab allows you to create a unique AI fighter based on any roster member, as the mode tracks your skills and weaknesses while constructing opponents for others to potentially face in Shadows mode. The best is saved for last, the Shadow Lords mode. An odd yet compelling mix of XCOM style decision making and procedurally generated sequences, you're tasked with preparing for the invasion of a great evil by fighting his army of green mimics. Addictive, challenging, and strategic, it feels incredibly substantial. All this doesn't factor in fight challenges, which reward XP and unlockables for utilising each character and exploring the modes. It's a really beefy game with excellent replay value. And the cherry on top is Definitive Edition includes the first 2 games, updated by Code Mystics. Killer Instinct belies its launch title origins, mostly thanks to a striking art style, which balances darker colours with the same cartoon aesthetic from the originals. Performance is super sturdy, which proves an aid to responsiveness and input times. Characters look chunky and detailed, with the retro skins offering fan service for classic players. Environments look a bit static at points, but showcase awesome destruction when performing ultras and noticeably degrade as you fight. The sound benefits from crunching strikes, iconic announcer clips that leave you nostalgic, and a noticeably excellent soundtrack, with the first 2 soundtracks composed by Mick Gordon, who lends a sharp metal edge to character themes. Perhaps the coolest part is hearing the Ultra Combo Symphony, which times music with each individual strike, a beautiful sight and auditory moment. While perhaps starting on rocky footing with its free-to-play launch, Killer Instinct would grow into one of the finest fighters of the generation, and the Definitive Edition moniker is not just a marketing ploy. Ace fighting, which flows beautifully, a raft of fighters with unique quirks, and a beefy amount of content which could take you past the 100-hour mark, come together to form one of the sturdiest fighters of the generation. Fans will delight in how it updates the 90s fighter to modern standards, while newcomers can break themselves in with plentiful tutoring and assistance. If you only play a single fighter on the Xbox One, Killer Instinct Definitive Edition might be the ultimate option.